Welcome everyone to the Neurodivergent Struggles podcast with Dr. Kojo. I'm your host, Dr. Kojo, obviously, because I'm kicking out the podcast. And I'm here with my friends, Roberto and Mila, and we're talking about signs that you may be autistic. So if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you might have autism because you've clicked the podcast. So I'll let my co-hosts introduce themselves and then we'll get into it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll
Ladies
start.
first.
Thank you. My name is Mila. I'm an actor. I'm a host. I'm an Eastern European actress. I've been in LA for the last
Yeah.
7.5 years, almost 8. Gosh, time flies.
7.5. Wow.
Yeah. I do wonder
Wow.
sometimes if I am autistic, if I'm on the spectrum. As many of us are wondering that, obviously. So that'll be very interesting to talk about. I am for sure ADD. That's 100%.
Okay. Diagnosed or undiagnosed?
Well, I would say undiagnosed. but
Okay,
I'm
okay.
pretty
Respect,
convinced
respect.
I am.
You could be a part of the family. We have a neurodivergent jersey for you. Okay.
All right, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Roberto.
Free.
Born and raised in LA. Yeah, I'm a barber currently. That's my profession. I do want to get into acting. I love acting. I love watching movies. And I've just had the greatest opportunity working with Kojo to be in skits and be able to practice acting, and it's been great.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this talk. I'm currently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so it's something that I have had like insecurities about, but I'm pretty open about it now. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a great, interesting podcast and discussion about it. So,
and one thing that I found working in LA amongst creatives is that there's a lot of mental illness, both undiagnosed and diagnosed. And I feel like everybody that we work with either has ADHD and or autism.
yeah.
And I have ADHD for those people who are not familiar with my journey. I was diagnosed when I was 26, but I knew I had it my whole life. My moment where I really knew was when I was watching a Braves game. The Braves were playing the Washington Nationals, and the first baseman, Am LaRoche, made an error. And we lost the game because of that error. And then he talked about having ADD in the post-game conference. And I was like, yeah, whatever he has, I have that thing where I zone out and I have these mental lapses. And I've identified with ADD, ADHD since the 7th grade. And I got diagnosed when I was a grown man. So people who think that they have a mental illness, there's a good chance that they could.
Mhm.
So that's why I don't make people who are self-diagnosed, I don't make it a big deal or a bad thing. I just say if you can find a professional and get the official diagnosis, even better.
Yeah.
And when you know you have something, you know that you have it. The thing doesn't have you. Like if you're autistic,
Right.
you have autism. The autism doesn't have you. And the definition of autism is, you communicate and experience the world differently than other people do. That's what it is. So when you know that you have it, then the insecurities tend to fall away. And just like you talking about bipolar disorder, when you know that you have bipolar and you have support and you're taking your meds, then it's not this big scary beast.
Yeah. It was definitely difficult accepting the fact that, I had something wrong. I wasn't like, what? I'm 20, 21 in the hospital, freaking out. I'm still in college, freaking out, like, what is going on? Why can't I think? Why can't I process things? Why? And it was really tough for me to accept the fact. And I went into a psych ward. I had that experience. And coming out of it, it was, like I felt like a zombie. I told you about like how the meds affected me, and I was like, no, fuck that shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking my meds. I don't want to feel like a zombie. I don't, this is, this is not helping me. I'm fine. I just had, I think I told you about what I thought, kind of brought it or like,
what led to the
what
manic
led
episode?
to the manic episode. I was at a rave and I took I took Molly, or was it Molly? I think it was Molly or something.
Yeah,
I took
Molly
it
or ecstasy,
and
something like that.
I think it was ecstasy. It might have been ecstasy. And then the weeks
Don't do that, kids. Don't do
prior
that.
Yeah, not good for you.
prior to that, I just wasn't getting enough sleep. I was like staying up. I was working 2 jobs. I was doing working at Panda, and I was doing Indian food. I was delivering Indian food,
Okay,
and I was going to school too. So
doing everything.
I was doing everything, and yeah, and I don't even really think I've talked about all this except with you and
the first
my
day we
close
met,
friends.
the first day that we met at 24 Hour Fitness playing basketball, like we got into this deep conversation. It was me,
Yeah.
you, Frankie, who's also a fellow comedian.
Yeah.
And you talked about having bipolar, and I talked about having ADHD, and there were Los as well. And
Los.
we got deep into it that first day. And it's funny because I have about 10 years of experience working at the psych hospital. So I've been at the psych hospital for 10 years, treating mania, psychosis, depression, autism, ADHD. So I know what a manic episode looks like.
Yeah.
And I know, bring them in, mood stabilizers. They sleep for the first couple of days after they've slept. Then they're able to tell you what happened. Maybe they got hold of some bad drugs, or they were working a lot, like you described. So I know how to treat mania, but it was different seeing it from the perspective of a friend. I was like, oh, this is he's not my patient. That's my buddy. So it was cool hearing about your experience and being so open with it, because a lot of people are ashamed with mental illness, autism, bipolar.
Yeah, like I was ashamed. I was never able to, come out and say, you know what, this is, I have something wrong with me. I just wasn't accepting the fact that I was doing. I was like, oh no, this is probably because I didn't get enough sleep. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I'm good. And it continued on, and the past recent. It's been like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And that was like, all right. I came to the term. I'm like, I'm accepting the fact. Let me stay on the meds and stabilize myself. I don't want to derail everything that I've made so much progress over 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall into another episode, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah.
I thank God I'm okay. I still have my family, that can support me, but I don't want to, eventually in the future have another one and have my family stressed again. And it was just tough putting them through that. And I don't want that.
Very interesting topic, how people come to terms with that and accepting themselves, I believe, because in a society it's always kind of like looked down at. It's almost like a defect. It's almost like you're broken, something is wrong with you. It's always used as almost like a derogatory term, I mean, like, what are you, bipolar? Like, it's always like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
did you take your meds?
Right.
Yeah.
So I believe a lot of people struggling with that. And I genuinely live in Los Angeles. I don't think there's a single normal person here. So we're kind of all normal at this point.
Yeah.
I think.
That's funny. That's funny.
So,
I think being normal is weird now.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you,
Yeah.
normal?
Come on.
Everybody that I hang out with has some type of mental illness. Like, if we hang out,
Everyone has
if we
something.
hang out, there's something
Hey.
going on. There's something going on, and
You live in big city, something's wrong. You live in a
Yeah.
small city, probably also.
Yeah. But people have things, and with bipolar disorder, it's easier to catch than autism. I think bipolar 2 is the hardest condition to diagnose because of the hypomania and not really being able to catch that. But bipolar 1 and bipolar disorder, generally speaking, we can catch that and we can treat it. But autism, it's so hard to diagnose autism because when you go to an outpatient psychiatrist, they're not really looking for autism. And a lot of women are undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. And I'm curious to see why you think you may have autism. And I'll get into some of the signs that a woman has autism, but I'm curious to know what makes you think that you may have autism, because when you go to the psychiatrist, unless you bring it up, they're not looking for that. I
Right.
think every psych evaluation should come with screening for autism. That's how I do them, but most people don't do it like that.
Right.
So why do you think you're autistic?
Great question. Well, I guess it would involve me like fully open up here, but this is a podcast. This is what we do.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't really think that I have autism. I may be a little bit low-key on the spectrum, like a super high functioning, something like that.
Okay.
I am convinced I have ADD though. But what made me think I might have autism is that it actually took me a very long time in life to be like normal, or like
No, okay.
look normal, be
Mm,
socially appropriate, say things at the right time,
okay.
and make an contact. It was really hard for me as a child.
To
I
make eye
remember that.
contact,
Yeah, to make eye
it took you a long
contact.
time?
Took me a long time. I was always the weirdo. I
Okay.
swear to God, like people always thought I'm like, what's wrong with her?
So would you look at people when you were talking, or
I
where would
would
you look?
I would feel uncomfortable, like looking like straight in the eyes, or
Okay.
people make a joke and everyone's laughing. I have no idea what like why they're laughing. I'm just trying to fit in and just laughing
Hmm.
with them. And I'm like, what are you laughing? Like I was just awkward nonstop.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I also moved around a lot. I was born in Ukraine.
Okay.
Then we moved to Moscow when I was like 11. And over there in Moscow, we moved from different apartments with my mom. And then we moved back to Ukraine. So I was like, moved a lot and changed schools a lot. I used to do rhythmic gymnastics. So every single time it's a new group of people.
Yeah.
And I had to like adapt over and over and over again.
Yeah. It
And I
can be
always
hard.
felt like I'm an outsider.
Ah.
Yeah. Anything related to math was also super difficult to me. It's not a sign of autism. I'm just saying, like
Hmm.
anything. I was always
Math
felt
is
like an
hard.
outsider at math classes for some reason, and that's what it would resurface the most because I felt
Mm.
like completely withdrawn, and people would like laugh at me, and I don't know. It just felt like I am not fitting in properly.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of autistic women tend to have that experience
Mm-hmm.
where they feel like they're outsiders, and there's this big spectacle that's going on, and everybody knows what's happening, but you don't. You're like the last person to figure out
In the
what's
same time,
what's happening.
hypersensitivity, I don't know if that's related to autism at all, but like I would
Sure.
always be kind of looking at the situation from outside and understanding everything
Mm.
that's going on, but I'm like inside I still don't know how to react. But I genuinely don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Like I feel people deeply, I sense their emotions.
So you're an empath.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, a
100%.
lot of autistic women, in my experience, tend to struggle with compartmentalization of emotions.
Yeah.
Like if somebody is being left out of a discussion, or somebody seems to be excluded, like you feel their pain deeply, and it's hard to do whatever you were doing before you saw that, because now you're feeling their emotions,
Right.
and you have to deal with your emotions and the emotions that you think that that person's having.
Yeah.
And it's not a sustainable way to really go through life, but that's a lot to process.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process. And the typical picture of a woman who is late diagnosed with autism, the autistic woman would have, well, let's talk about the high functioning woman who has autism. She has a lot of friends, tends to be pretty good with eye contact, tends to be smooth in social situations. And this is somebody who's doing a lot of work on the back end.
Yeah.
So you're doing a lot of mental gymnastics. So you're laughing at the right times, but that
You've
is because,
mastered it.
right, you've mastered it.
Yeah.
You've seen what it looks like to laugh in conversations. Like you've laughed at the wrong time. So because you laughed at the wrong time, you've seen people's weird reactions. Somebody might look at you in an odd way when you laughed at the wrong thing. So you took a mental note of, okay, all right, I'm not gonna laugh at that. I have to laugh at this. When people
Don't
do
do that
this,
anymore.
this means that. So you can appear to be someone who is neurotypical, but you're doing a lot of mental gymnastics. You go to social functions and you feel drained afterwards.
100%. Oh God, yeah.
You rehearse what you want to say because you don't want to be unprepared when somebody asks you a question. So you want all the details up front. What time we're going to be there, who all is going to be there, what to say, what to wear, what time to leave, how am I going to leave? Because if your social battery like
Where to
runs out
park?
on you, like, all right, I have to either Uber or I need to drive. A lot of autistic people in general struggle with substances because that's the only time that you feel normal, for lack of a
Interesting,
better
really.
term.
Oh wow.
So if you get a little tipsy or a little high, now we can let our guard down. Now we're not thinking about so many things and we're having a good time. Autistic people and people with ADHD on average tend to use substances a lot more.
Really?
Cannabis, alcohol, illicit substances, things that we don't know what we're putting into our bodies, but somebody took it at a party. So you pop one too, just to feel a little silly.
Pop a Molly, I'm sweating.
Woo!
Yep.
And then you
That's what
start
it
to
is.
sweat for real, and you see
Yeah.
that maybe it wasn't Molly, maybe it
Sweat.
was something else.
Everything.
Yeah, and it's hard because autism, like I said earlier, it means that you communicate and experience the world differently from other people. So if that's how you are, you will need some type of external support in order to thrive. I mean, first of all, survive, but then to thrive. And people who are level 2 and level 3 on the spectrum, and we talked about the different levels before.
Yeah.
He
I'm
has
always
this-
asking you,
it-
is this level 2 or level 3?
He has this thing where you'll see like a heartwarming video of
Yeah.
an autistic couple or somebody who appears to be on the spectrum, and he'll send it to me. He'll say, "Is this level 2 or level 3?" I say, "Oh, that looks like the person's a level 3."
Yeah.
And with the levels of autism, level 1 is somebody. If you were to have autism, you'd probably be level 1, high functioning. This is somebody who is fairly independent. They're able to work. They're able to live, and they appear to not need any support.
Right.
But you're doing the mental gymnastics thing. You're having a hard time fitting in. You spend a lot of time by yourself. You have a hard time connecting with people. You can struggle in relationships. You can overthink things, and then you may underthink things and feel like you should have thought about it more. You may feel your emotions after the fact. And if you have delayed processing, then you're signing up for things, or you're doing things that you're not sure that you want to do. And then things hit you after the fact, and you're dealing with a lot of emotional dysregulation. But because you don't look like you have autism, people don't really worry about you.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, Mila's fine."
Yeah.
And the person
exactly.
who has a hard time speaking, because you can communicate verbally, people say, "Oh, whatever."
She's okay. Yeah.
Level 1,
Right.
but level 2 and level 3, because as you go up with the levels, you have a harder time communicating.
Right.
So level 2, this is somebody who probably can communicate verbally, but they have a harder time communicating in other ways. So they may point, they may gesture, the body language thing can be awkward for them, and they need more external support. And somebody who's level 3 on the spectrum, this is somebody who probably has limited verbal communication skills. They do a lot of pointing, gesturing, and they need to be prompted at times. And this person probably won't be as independent as somebody who is level 1 or level 2. So when you're 2 or 3 on the spectrum, people tend to hold the door open for you. People tend to, pay for it. They may, buy you something at the store. Like, people will extend that grace to you when you're
Or
2
take
or
advantage, unfortunately.
right. No, you
Depends
can
who's in front
definitely
of
be
you.
taken advantage of.
Yeah.
All levels of autism, you can be taken advantage of. Level
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Mm.
And speaking of that, the assault rates are much higher for autistic
Oh my
individuals,
goodness, yeah.
men and women. So this is why a lot of parents who have kids on the spectrum, they worry about who's going to take care of their kids.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody can care for your child like you
Yeah.
can care for your child. And you know that if you struggle to communicate in life, when you have higher communication skills, you're able to do better because you can tell people what you want. But when you struggle, it's harder to kind of convey what you want. So level 2 and level 3, they need that support. But level 1, like if you were autistic, level 1, I worry about that person a lot because people will make you, and somebody who appears to be conventionally attractive, they'll make you force, and like you have to prove your autism.
Right. It's more like more convincible people with level 1.
Yeah,
more
because you don't look like you're
easier
autistic, so it's hard
to influence.
for anybody to believe you.
Right.
Like,
right.
who's gonna believe you that you're
Gotcha.
autistic?
Makes sense. Again, I genuinely don't know if I am, but I love just in general talking about this topic. So tell me, is that a chemical imbalance in the brain, or is it just
Autism?
autism, or is it how like neurons, like is it how the person processes information? Like what is it? What happens
Or is someone
in the
born with?
brain?
It's mainly someone's born with it.
Yeah, you're born with autism.
You're born with autism.
So you don't go to a concert, like you don't go to a Billie Eilish concert and you have a great time, and then you feel like people had a better time than you, so you feel like you were left out, and all of a sudden you're autistic. It's not like that. You're born with it.
No.
So it's neurodevelopmental.
Okay.
Like
So neural. Okay.
you're born with it. You have a brain that, because of how your brain is and because of your genetics, you process things differently. And what I'm seeing now is that a lot of moms and dads are getting diagnosed with autism after their kids
Oh wow.
are being diagnosed with it. So their kids will go in, and as they're being tested for autism and they're asking the child questions and they're asking the parent questions, then they'll ask themselves, dang, like I did this when I was 2. It took me a long time to talk. Yeah, I was in special ed growing up, but nobody told me what I had if I had something. And after the fact, then you realize, oh my goodness, like I was autistic this whole
The
time.
whole time I was
Mm,
struggling with that. Yeah.
Kind of like Mrs. Doubtfire. Have y'all seen
Yeah.
that movie at the end?
mm.
Have you seen
Uh-huh.
Mrs.
I
Doubtfire?
haven't.
Yeah, have you seen it with
I
Robin
haven't.
Williams?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
I
a great
know.
movie.
Yeah.
Man,
Get it.
at the end, well, I'm probably spoiling it for you, but at the end, when Robert Williams' wife in the movie finds out that he was Mrs. Doubtfire, she was like, the whole time, the whole time, the whole time. And that's how it is when you find that you're
Yeah.
autistic. You're like, damn, the
Mm,
whole
The
time
whole time.
it was autism. Like you felt like you were outside of your whole life. It took you a while to get things.
mm.
You didn't know how you felt in the moment, and you would feel things after the fact. You would have to spend so much mental energy to just get the simplest tasks done.
Exactly. That people seem to just do
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
easy.
Like cleaning your house, brushing your teeth.
Or standing in a circle of people and doing small talk. I hate small talk. I hate small talk. It terrifies me.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of autistic people
No.
tend to hate because
I think people in general just don't really like
Oh,
small talk.
I
I
either
feel like more,
overshare.
especially now
you
after
sure?
COVID. I think after
Oh,
COVID, a lot of
okay,
people
yeah,
aren't. But
yeah.
I mean, if it's a good conversation, I don't know, because you can. That's how you get to meet or like
I don't know.
how would I say it?
Meet
Like
people.
meet people or like get to know someone. You do it from small talk because then it'll lead into
Maybe.
more deeper.
Like with the
Right.
cashier, how much do I need it? I
Okay, with the cashier.
I
Yeah.
either overshare, either I'm just like
Uh,
standoffish and cold. And in
Yeah.
either of those, not
Yeah.
on purpose.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you either overshare or you
Yeah.
don't want to talk at all.
Yeah. It's like, how was your day? Honestly, not so good. It's like,
You just
what?
start venting. He's like, just
Just
trauma dump on him.
Yeah.
All right, lady, get your stuff. Like, I'm
Do
not
you
here
need
to.
check
Yeah.
your receipt?
And so if somebody asks you how your day was, what's your reply?
Again, I've mastered that. I'm like,
Okay,
oh, good,
okay,
thank
okay,
you.
okay,
How you
okay.
been? I'm exaggerating,
Yeah.
but I've
Gotcha.
felt that a lot. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
see people, I observe them from outside, and they just do it naturally.
Mm,
Like
Yeah.
it just comes natural to them.
yeah.
And I always need like prepare myself.
Mm.
Right. It's the preparation beforehand that makes social situations so exhausting.
Yeah.
Like you have to prepare.
Do I need a bag? I need a bag. Yes, I need a bag.
Right.
Right.
Like every little thing is calculated. Like going to the store for an autistic person, going to the store, it's not just going to the
Yeah.
store. It's you have to get out the car. You have to make sure that you lock the car and you don't lock the keys in the car. You have to make sure that you get out of the car and then you buy your headphones first and foremost because the grocery store is going to be loud.
Oh my God, thank you for the headphones. Literally, this
been a
cashier guy, he's like, what are you listening? And I have my AirPods in my ears. I'm like, nothing. And he's like, oh, so they're just there so cashiers don't talk to you? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I want to do that. And I mess up when I wear my meta glasses to listen to music so that way I can drown out noise. But
Mhm.
people can't tell that like you're either listening to music or talking to somebody in the glasses. So
Mm.
people will try and talk to you when you have those meta glasses on.
And you, yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. But the grocery store for the autistic person, all these steps, lock the car, make sure the keys are not in the car, make sure you have your headphones, go in, get what you need, everything that you need off your list. When you go to check out, if you don't go through self-checkout, you have to talk to somebody. They're going to ask you questions about your day. And you have to know that when they ask you how your day was, you're supposed to say fine. There's no other acceptable answer outside of fine. If you go into what actually happened, oh, today was hard. It was so difficult. I went to CVS to pick up my meds, but they didn't have the meds. How could CVS be out of Prozac? And I stepped into water at home with my socks, and it made me feel bad. And then my boyfriend was asking me questions that I didn't know, and I was overwhelmed. And the cashier was like,
All right. Well,
"Yeah,
that's good.
do you want cash back?" And you're like, "No, I want you to ask me more questions about my day." And the cashier was like, "All right, man. I've had a long day too."
And then you ruminate about that conversation for the rest of the day. Like, what did I
Yeah.
just say there?
You think about how awkward you were in that social situation.
Yeah.
And then you'll take notes and you'll be better the next time socially. But the mental gymnastics is very difficult. And the reason why a diagnosis is so helpful is because you have a term that explains the behaviors you exhibit. So now you know that, oh, I'm not just weird, I have autism. Autism doesn't have me, but I have autism. So because of that, I game plan for everyday situations, and I do things to make me feel like I'm not so much of an outsider, even though I feel that way. But you can liberate yourself of the guilt and the shame,
Right.
and you can give yourself space to be human. Because if you're autistic and he's autistic, I feel like he will have more. It's more believable for him.
Right.
Autistic women, on average, and also with ADHD, they tend to get diagnosed 4 to 5 years later than a man with the same condition.
Oh, interesting.
So if y'all are both 25 years old and you're twins, I'm just saying, he get diagnosed 4 to 5 years before. So he might get this diagnosis in junior high. And if you're lucky, you'll get it in your early 20s. A lot of women get diagnosed in their 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Right.
And think about the major life decisions you've made by then. You've chosen a career, who you're going to marry, like where you're going to live, if you're going to have kids. You made all these decisions without knowing who you actually are. So you give yourself this space to, but even for the guy who gets diagnosed earlier in life, you have to give yourself space to be human. But I do feel for autistic women, because people will believe you less. If he came out and said he has autism and he has sensory sensitivities, people will believe him. They say, all right, okay, Roberto's coming through. We're going to keep it a little chill. We're not going to make it too loud. But if you say you have autism, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, she just watched a lot of TikTok. Sure. Sure. So you feel like you have to prove
to the world,
your autism,
or
which is
keep
confusing.
it, or actually not say anything. I feel like, I mean, again, I genuinely don't know if I have it or not. Most likely not, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything you say, I can definitely relate to, but it's maybe self. What's that in the phrase in English? Self. When you prophecy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
It could be, and with mental illness, it's weird because, like Roberto said, he has bipolar disorder. There are some people who have hypomania,
Right.
which is hypomania is where you have this inflated self-esteem. You feel better about yourself. You're more productive than normal. You feel sexy. You feel confident. You're getting a lot of things done. But
mania must feel nice.
It's
mania
literally
feels
the great. I
amazing.
told him it's literally the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life.
Mania,
but
hypomania can feel good. But a lot of people may have hypomania without having bipolar disorder. So likewise, you can have some autistic traits without having autism. But speaking of mania, quick segue, talk about what mania feels like, because this was enlightening for me, because like I've seen it at the psych hospital, but I've never had a friend explain mania to me. It blew my mind.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's literally the greatest feeling I can like.
We recommend.
I don't know.
Sorry.
The highest of highs, and I think I've told you this before.
Yeah.
I don't get depressed. I've only had the highs. And this last time, coming out of it, I just felt more like a zombie. Remember I told you that I felt like a zombie, and I asked my psychiatrist to switch my pills, but we had to like slowly taper off.
Yeah,
and,
that's how you have to do it.
But I've never felt low. I've never really felt, I've had like thoughts of suicide. I've never had that. It's just, I get really manic. I start feeling amazing. I start feeling like God. Like I feel godlike. I feel like I'm in control. I can control anyone. I can control anything. And just with like the power of my mind, right? Like I'm just so on top. And I gave you this example of how I can, explain it to someone is like, I can literally walk through an intersection with my eyes closed, knowing I won't get hit, through a busy intersection, knowing I won't get hit.
Wow.
Like that's how much belief I have in myself. Or when I'm manic or when I have that feeling, is like, I can close my eyes, walk through this highway, and I won't get hit. That's the amount of belief I have. And yeah, that's the way I can explain it to someone. That's like my only way that I can explain it. And it's literally that amazing and crazy. And
it is.
It's if only I could just hold on to that feeling and, stay productive, stay normal, and not go full blown delusional.
Yeah.
Right. Because
I get,
scary.
And that's
right?
when,
dangerous.
I end up in the psych ward. I end up, just Yeah, it's scary. It's scary,
It's a
and
great
So your
feeling.
survival
It's
instincts
dangerous
just
though.
yeah,
shut down,
it's
or what? Your survival instincts just shut down?
right. Yeah, no, and I just become delusional, and
Wow.
it hasn't gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, I can jump off this building and fly. Right? It hasn't gotten to
Mhm.
that point, and I don't want to get it to like I don't
Yeah,
want to experience
it can get to
that.
that
I
point.
don't want to get to that point.
Mhm.
So luckily, yeah, I haven't gotten to that point, but it I'm sure it has happened
Mhm.
to some people where
Yeah,
they
of
can
course.
jump out of a building and fly.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I
but
mean, I've had patients who have jumped out of buildings, not like a skyscraper, but I've had patients who jumped 2 stories down because they felt as if they could fly.
mm,
And now look at the records. I'm like, why did they pull them
yeah,
off the lithium? No,
yeah,
because sometimes they'll go to like a different provider
yeah,
and they'll throw around
Mm.
all the meds. I'm like, no,
yeah,
don't take people off their meds without like a reason.
right,
And it's a great feeling,
yeah. Like
mania.
I mean,
If it wasn't so dangerous,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Like just
you
thinking
know,
about you have so much belief that I can literally jump out of this building and fly.
mm,
Like that's how much belief that they have, and it's such a like I don't know. You
Euphoric. No,
can
I get it. It
conquer
sounds
yeah,
the
euphoric.
world with
Yeah.
that feeling. Like I can feel like I can conquer anything in my life. I can do anything, and but
mm,
it starts going into delusion,
delusion,
and
yeah,
that's when there's trouble. That's when it's dangerous, and
yeah.
you know.
Because of how like deeply rooted you are in that delusion,
Hmm.
it can get dangerous. And like at the psych hospital, we're taught to not challenge delusions. Sometimes when
Mm,
people come, they're new, and they'll try and challenge a delusion. I'm like, no, you don't do that. Like if somebody truly believes that they're buddies with Elon Musk and that they're the Secretary of State, we let them have it. We let them have it, and after about a week of meds, then they start to kind of come down. And some delusions you can't break. Sometimes people at their baseline will have some delusions, and if somebody believes that Princess Diana is their younger sister, and
oh,
it's
their wife.
or
That
their
sounds a little
wife.
bit of like schizophrenia, maybe.
Uh,
Again, I'm not
no,
a
no,
medical
no. So
professional.
bipolar and
I'm not there.
schizophrenia have a lot of overlap.
Overlap?
And
Okay.
when you're in a manic episode, you can have psychosis, which is a feature of
Mm.
schizophrenia. So you know your mental health 101. Yeah, yeah.
I know a little
There's a
bit.
lot of overlap, and even the person who coined the term autism, he also coined the term schizophrenia. So there's a
Mm.
lot of overlap, and a lot of the same meds that we use for schizophrenia, we use them for autism too.
Really? Wow.
So this is why somebody, like if you have hypomania, or you may have like a delusional belief here, or you have a hyperfixation on something and you stay up late, you could have ADHD, but you think you have bipolar, and
Right.
vice versa, or bipolar and schizophrenia. So that's why
Or
while
OCD, hyperfixation.
OCD, and also like with excessive
Mm.
worry, sometimes it crosses over into paranoia.
Right.
So that's why it's helpful for people to go to their psych and really get an accurate diagnosis. Because I see it all the time, people having the wrong diagnosis. And like I mean, I know how to prescribe meds with my eyes closed, but some people, when I look at people's meds, I'm like, oh my goodness, like who is doing this person's meds? Like, yeah, a good diagnosis precedes good treatment. So until you have the right diagnosis, you're just throwing things at the wall to see if it sticks. And that's why when somebody watches a lot of my TikTok videos and they're like, I know I have autism, but I was misdiagnosed with OCD, they could have both.
Right.
They could
Right.
have
Right.
OCD, autism, and ADHD.
Right.
So it's helpful for them to go to their local provider and get that accurate diagnosis, because mania can be dangerous. It's a hell of a feeling, but it's dangerous. And if you actually do go into the 405 because you think that you're invincible, like that's not a good thing.
Right.
I wonder how does it manifest, like not manifest, but how is it affecting relationships with people when you're in mania? It's hard
Mm.
for people to relate to you. People try to talk sense into you, or they just bye, like they try not to be around you. What happens with the relationships, interpersonal relationships when you're in mania?
It's a great question.
So this past one, I it just I was at work and it happened, and immediately from work they took me to the hospital. So it wasn't like I was days
Into it. I
into it.
see.
Mm.
So yeah, it happened at work, and yeah, I did some things where they had to, put me in cuffs, and I didn't do anything crazy, right? But
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't
I
have
just
to.
did, I was like, I got angry at someone at the from security,
Mm-hmm.
and I just didn't want to do my work anymore. So they threw me out. They threw me out, and I was just angry at this one security officer,
Officer. Mm-hmm.
and it got to a point where they had to call the cops, and I tried to run from the police, and they grabbed me and they like arrested me, put me in cuffs, and they took me into a hospital.
Hospital.
Yeah.
So I didn't really had too much time to, but
Interact with people.
interact with people.
Do you know yourself? Do you recognize that you're in mania now as you're diagnosed, or you
I
like?
tell myself I do. I
But
tell myself
Mhm.
every time, like I'm not gonna take meds. I'm good. I'm good off the meds. But it's happened enough times to where I don't know until I'm out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I know the feeling now. I know this time I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be able to do it without meds. I'm gonna do it. But now it's gotten where I'm like, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want my family to go through this
Yeah.
again. I don't want myself to go through this. I don't want to affect my personal relationships. I've built so much for these past 2 years
Mhm.
that I don't want it affecting everything that I've built, because it's a process to get
Right.
through. It took
Yeah.
me like a year to honestly really be
Kinda get
functional
back.
again.
Yeah.
It took me almost a year, and you know, a lot of people don't really come back. I feel like a lot of people don't come back,
Sometimes.
and I've just thankfully I've just had the willpower to really push
Mm.
through it, push forward, and I got to do it for my family. I keep in mind family. I keep in mind God. Like, I don't see it as something that it's gonna. I don't choose to be a victim.
Right.
Yeah.
I choose, okay, I have this. What can I do to push forward? What can I
Mm.
do to, yeah,
Keep it moving.
just
Yeah.
keep it moving.
And I mean, leading up to right before you went to the psych hospital, or like when you know when we found that you were at the hospital, like I had guilt. I had guilt because I mean I can't prevent everything. It's
Yeah.
not like up to me to prevent everything, but I had this deep sense of guilt, and I was just happy you're okay. But I had guilt because like I professionally, like I am supposed to catch mania and treat it as soon as possible.
You didn't catch me.
No, but
Yeah.
it's hard because like we feel good so often,
Yeah.
and I mean the first time we met, you told me I had bipolar, but
Yeah.
I do my best to put myself in the friend category. So I'm like,
Mm.
I'm not his psych. Like we're just friends. So I don't want to do that. I hate because sometimes like I do cross over into that. So I have to tell myself, all right, this is your boy. It's just your buddy. It's not your patient. Because if it's your patient, then I start to be like, okay, you're talking a little bit faster.
Yeah.
You're a bit more confident. Like you good. Like are you taking your meds? But you can't really approach that with your friends or like with a girl I'm dating. It's so hard to ask like a girl like, hey, like, do you hear voices? Like,
But I think you can help it, can you? Like it's you. It's part of you.
right?
Yeah.
And
Part of your identity.
I can help a lot, but you want to make sure that your friend doesn't feel like
Oh
you're
no, no,
trying
no.
to.
What I meant is like you can't help yourself
Oh,
trying to help
right, right.
them.
Yeah,
Right.
I have to like refrain myself from trying to interject
Do it all the
as
time.
if I'm your psych because I'm just your friend,
Right. Right.
or
right.
I'm just your boyfriend. So, like one of my jokes at the comedy club, like I'll say I'm on a date and I'm asking a girl like, do you want a second date or a second opinion? Because like we have to know what direction we're trying to go in. Because like I can help you out, but like I can't like help you out and be with you. But if I'm with somebody, like I'm gonna help them out. Or if he has questions about something, like that's my boy. I'll tell him like what I tell my patients. Like somebody who doesn't like taking meds, I'll say, hey, we have like long acting injectables that you can take once a month. That'll get you off the pills, just for them to take back to their psych. So that way it can help them out. Cause like mania is scary. It can be embarrassing. Autism could be scary. It could be embarrassing. So it's helpful to have these conversations, just like what we're doing now. Like it's reducing the stigma and the shame. Because if you can come out and say, I have autism, I have bipolar, can't nobody tell you anything.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what can somebody tell you if that was your big bag's secret? Like
And it was for a while, but
it was.
yeah, no, it
You're
was.
ashamed of it.
I was definitely ashamed. I felt, you know, like I wasn't normal. I wasn't, and but having the diagnosis and going through it, I still wasn't accepting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still hard to accept. But I just don't want. It's happened to where it's happened, a couple times. It's happened a couple times to where I'm like, okay, I'll accept it. I'll take this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to happen again because it's
Right.
just gonna affect my relationships. I'd rather not risk the chance of
Yeah.
me not taking anything again and going
Facts.
through the whole process of recovery. And yeah, it's just it's tough. It's tough on myself and my family.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I don't want to go through that again. So it's better for me to just, okay, I'll accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take this. I don't want it fucking I don't want to do,
Right. No, I feel you. You're like, damn, I can't do this
can we
again.
cuss or no? I don't know.
Yeah, we've been cussing. Might as well keep
Oh,
cussing.
okay, all right.
something
We
wrong?
could just like edit it out, right? Bleep it out.
I mean, we can leave this in. This is the inaugural episode, so
Yeah.
I don't even know what you guys
of the
talking about.
reboot. He was asking if we can cuss. I said,
Oh, like,
we should-
yeah.
we should keep it going.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Let's
but-
keep
No,
it
we
in.
keep it going.
Yeah.
It's the first
Just
time.
be ourselves, right?
Because like when I'm
Bloopers.
watching the podcast, and if I see that they've left this part in, I'm like, oh, then I start to pay
Yeah.
attention. I'm like, oh, they're real.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
leave it in.
Yeah.
It is what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just been difficult to accept, and I was ashamed of it. Kept it a secret. A lot of people actually still don't know. But I don't go around
Respect.
saying.
Yeah, right?
I don't.
Like,
No
it's-
one really goes around saying what they
Yeah.
have, but
Unless
yeah.
they get close to you.
And this, of
Right.
course, yeah, like
Yeah.
And as a part of a podcast, obviously, it's
yeah,
a discussion.
it's a
but
discussion.
I don't think you're like, hi, nice
Right.
to meet you.
But-
I'm a-
well, I mean, the first time that we met, me, him, and then our boy Frankie, who's a comedian as well. The first time we met, I was like, man, I got ADHD, and Frankie's like, I got ADHD too,
Yeah.
and he's like, I got bipolar.
he felt comfortable. He
Yeah.
felt comfortable around you.
Oh
which
no,
is
yeah, for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have ADHD too, because neurodivergence, we tend to get in deep conversations because that's why we don't like small talk.
Yeah, I know.
We like to talk about, man, like what's the worst thing that happened to you? What's the best thing that happened to
Yeah.
you? Like,
Do you think there's something after life?
right? Like, we like getting into those deep conversations because that's how
Do you want it back, ma'am?
people stand out. Say again.
I was joking.
Okay, I ain't
I'm,
get the,
I'm back. I'm back at the cashier.
The back.
conversation.
okay, I ain't get the joke. Maybe that's my autism, but yeah, but
My version of a small talk with the cashiers.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something after life? Where do we go?
now you could try to ask the cashier that.
I'm joking.
No. I think you should ask the cashier that.
I'm not that bad. I do it in my
I'm gonna
live
ask the
streams.
cashier that.
I'm doing it in my live streams though.
You have those deep
Yeah, I do it
conversations.
with my viewers. Sometimes I do.
Okay.
They actually vibe with it.
So why can't you ask the cashier that?
I think you can.
Because look, let's just say, not to get too deep into it, but if you ask the cashier what happens after life, and they perk up, then maybe it means that they have been waiting for somebody to ask them that question all
Right.
shift, and now they're actually paying attention. Like, I've been waiting my whole life for somebody to ask me this question.
This instant connect.
I mean, and maybe they could be like, you know what? I'm on the spectrum, and I love these conversations. And
Right.
that could be an unofficial diagnosis for you. Like, all right, you can
And
be
the
on the
whole
spectrum
line
too.
is not happy.
Yeah, just
Oh, you only ask those questions when there's a line. If there's no line, don't ask the question.
Yeah, right.
Because it has to come at a cost. The people behind you gotta not suffer, but
piss somebody off.
they have to hear, and like they can input, like they can give us their thoughts on what happens after life.
Oh yeah.
And now we're just like
In a
having this deep
weird,
conversation,
obscure movie.
Mhm.
stimming in the middle of a Ralph's. I remember,
I'm in my head. I'm in Trader Joe's. I don't know about you.
are you Trader Joe's girl?
Yeah, I'm.
Are you fancy?
No, I would be fancy if I would go to Erewhon.
or one.
I'm the
Trader Joe's is
opposite, no?
fancy.
I'm the opposite of fancy.
Yeah, I'd say it's like maybe it's like Erewhon's up there, Trader Joe's. I don't know what Sprout. Oh, no, maybe I think Sprouts and Trader Joe's are kind
all
of
those.
Yeah,
no,
they're all-
Trader Joe's is more fancy.
it's
than
probably
Sprouts.
Erewhon, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Whole Foods. then like Ralph's, Vaughn's.
This is what happens when ADD people try to make a conversation.
Yeah,
We're just
right.
jumping from what happens after life to which one is better, Trader Joe's or
I never really
or
shopped at Trader
Sprouts.
Joe's. Shit.
I never really went to Trader. Like you go to trade. You don't go to Trader Joe's to shop for food. You go there to look for like a partner or like no. People do that. Like you don't
Reached
go
for
to
the same pack of chips.
right. Like you reach really slow and you look to see who's looking at you. Like if you're a girl, you might poke the thing out a little bit and see who's looking back at it. You know.
I'm not making eye contact. I'm literally just like.
No, you should make eye contact if you try to like do that because that's a little weird. Like you have to look through your peripheral vision. Like how they're looking at you. Like you reach out like this, you put your chest out like this, you put your butt out.
I hate it. I hate it actually not at the grocery stores, but at the gym. I deliberately not looking at people. Like I mean, I don't know. I go to Equinox. I guess this is where I'm a little bit bougie
Yeah.
and compared to Trader Joe's.
No,
But
I was out there for a while, so I guess we're
I
bougie
try
too.
not to make eye contact because especially the Hollywood location one
Mhm.
or West Hollywood for that matter, it's the worst. Guys just try to talk to you. And how do you like avoid that? I thought it's maybe I'm autistic or whatever. I'm trying to avoid eye contact, but then I'm like, no, I'm actually just trying to avoid eye
Oh,
contact.
that's easy. Just go to the Equinox in Studio City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no guys will talk to you over there.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think people really try to holler at people at the Equinox in Studio City.
Nah, I didn't really notice it.
Because it was a newer one. I feel like if you're struggling with eye contact, the West Hollywood Equinox is probably, it's like a bougie. That's like the bougiest of all bougie
Maybe.
Equinoxes. So like, a lot of guys are gonna come up to you, or like if you're looking to, find a girl, or like if you're really looking to date somebody, I would imagine that you'd go to the West Hollywood Equinox.
Interesting.
But maybe
I don't know.
people just hit on you in general.
Yeah, I think that's the
It's
yeah,
probably a
it's just in
thing. I
general.
think they hit on every girl in there. But it's the funniest thing sometimes when I deliberately try not to look at them. Like the person is just I can see the person is drilling. I'm like
It
my
sounds
eyes are just like going around the person.
yeah.
So if somebody's trying to flirt with you and they come up to you but you don't want it, how do you diffuse the situation? What do you do?
I think around 50% of the time, I would just like, let's say the person's trying to come up to me, I'm like just going on the phone and like looking away as if I did not notice. So
Okay.
they feel awkward and like, all right, next time. I'm like, yep, that's
Yeah.
right, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. And are there ever any moments where you communicate non-verbally that you want a guy to come up and talk to you?
I
Like,
have
have you
a
ever had that experience before?
I have a boyfriend, so now I don't obviously, but yeah, definitely. Like now I really like to give him a cue to come to me.
Right. Like, is that with like your eyes or like how's that work? Take me
My
to
my
the
best
mind of
move
a
my
potentially
best
autistic
move is
woman.
just to my literally I'm not kidding. My best move is to look at the person for like a split second and then we'll look away.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're supposed to guess.
Girls do that.
Yeah.
That was it.
Girls do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
The
one quick look and she looks away.
the one girl that I went on a date with at Equinox, that's what she did. Like, maybe after we'll talk about it. But the girl, like she gave me like a split second look and we made eye contact for a half a second. But it was a powerful half a second. I was like, all right, bet. And then we went up to go talk to her. I said, hey, my name is so and so. And then he said, oh, I'm Roberto. And she said, oh, my name is
So she wanted you guys to cute.
yeah, but I don't think it was exclusive to me. Yeah, like we exchanged numbers and went on a date, but I think she probably
She was
wanted
open to it.
from a lot of guys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think she
It's
wanted
okay.
that attention in general. But yeah, girls will do that. They'll
Mm.
have that split second stare. Or where's the camera? Right here. They'll have that split second stare. But not that long. Like that's too creepy. But they'll look like this and then they'll look away.
Mm-hmm.
But you look away kind of like this. Like
Mhm.
kind of like this. Almost like you're making it sound like this.
Yeah, I think most guys can tell, like if she's like
Yeah.
looked at you and then she's trying to look pretty or like whatever, like you can sense
Mhm.
that. But some guys just can't.
Yeah.
Some guys just can't.
Once again, nonverbal communication is very difficult. You have to learn these. I think everybody, autism or not, you have to learn how to kind of like know what somebody's trying to tell you without them saying anything. So I think it's very difficult to pick up on nonverbal communication because the worst thing you want to do is go holler at somebody who wasn't trying to holler at you.
At all, yeah.
because she'll be uncomfortable, then she'll retreat to her phone, and you're like, oh dang it, I'll never talk to women again.
Right. Oh yeah, that's actually another thing. I feel bad. I feel bad, like, say no, or I genuinely feel
Yeah.
bad. Like,
Okay.
hey, like, can I get you? What's your name or whatever? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I actually have a boyfriend. Like, hey, can I
Mhm.
get your Instagram? Can I get your phone number?
That line always works, whether you have a boyfriend or not. I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's a very safe, um, like answer.
There's a better one.
What's a better one?
I like expensive gifts. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, that's a better one. In this economy,
That for
Yeah.
sure works.
yeah, no,
Kidding.
no,
It's a joke.
that's
It's
a great
joke.
one.
You got a yacht?
It's
You
a
don't?
joke.
Ah, okay.
Right. Because then I'm like,
I
okay,
actually genuinely don't
I'm
care
priced
about
out.
that.
No, but that is
Genuinely don't care about that, but that would
no,
work.
that's undefeated. Because if
Right.
you say I have a boyfriend, the guy might say, oh, you can't have friends.
Yeah.
But if you say, oh, I like expensive gifts, the guy like, you know what? No, the way my bank account's set up, I got priorities right now. I can't pay for no Birkin.
That's so funny you said that. Oh, we can be friends. Some guys say that. You
Yeah.
say a line, I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry. It means a no, whether
Yeah.
she has a
Yeah.
boyfriend or not. She just doesn't, she's not open to
Mhm.
continuing this. But guys be like, it's okay, we can be friends. No, we cannot be
No.
friends. Like,
Mhm.
what do you mean? You just saw look at me and yeah, she looks like a good friend right there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's but let's just say for autistic males who don't understand that, oh, I have a boyfriend means I'm not interested.
Yeah.
How would you then let somebody down gently?
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes just like it's okay. I gotta go. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I gotta go. Gotta go, and just retreat
Okay.
and feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, that's good because the rates of loneliness in the autism community are high. And for autistic males, there's a lot of guys out there who struggle. I mean, they want to find somebody and they may not know that that's your way of saying no. So if you let them down and you just kind of like walk away, then they take that as rejection.
Yes, correct.
And a lot of neurodivergent people really struggle with rejection. They feel like
Oh yeah.
you're rejecting me as a human being. You have all this shame.
Yep.
But you should be able to say no, I don't want to go on this date. But sometimes it's hard, like finding ways to let people down
Yeah.
in a nice and gentle way.
I know. I've heard from some girls that they would leave the date in the middle of the date. I was like, I would never be able to do that. I would sit
Wow.
through. I would sit through. I'd be polite. I would try not to give like too much, like showing that, oh yeah, like I'm so into you, whatever. But I would at least sit through the date and be like,
Mhm.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Like I would not just stand up and
Okay.
leave. But there were moments in my life when I genuinely wanted to just stand up and be like, I'll be right back and just never come
Yeah.
back.
Well,
I think
you
it can
got
get to that
empathy.
point where you're like, you realize, okay, this guy's like a piece of shit. I'm
Wasting
just
my
gonna leave.
time.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
wasting my time. Like, he's over. Yeah, I think
It's
Uh,
interesting
it can
discussion.
get
What do
to
you guys
that
think?
point, right?
Is
It
that
can get to
okay
that.
to do that? Is that okay? Or is it too blunt?
to like just leave a date that's not going well.
Either that, either be like, hey, I really appreciate you. I just don't think this is going really well. I think we should just call it a night and,
So
Oh.
Well,
I mean,
feel so bad.
yeah.
in my mind, I would rather somebody be direct with me, but in this neurotypical world, you can't be direct with everybody. Some people really want you to like play that game. I've never had it happen, but I would like for a woman to be like, you know what, this is not going anywhere. And I say, okay, cool. Well, yeah, like I can deal with that
Mm.
as opposed to having to play the game that we order a couple more entrees and then the bill's just going up and then
Yeah, right.
like it didn't work
Yeah.
out this fine.
Such an interesting dilemma.
What about you? What would you want? Would you want a girl to be upfront with you that the date's
Yeah,
not
for
going
sure.
well?
No, I think be upfront, like, and yeah, I'll figure it out. What?
Interesting. But
Hmm.
then I think for some women, like me including, actually, I don't think I would still do it because it's always a gamble. What if I do that and a person gets like rage or something, like some
Mm,
Yeah,
some
You just never
I
know.
get that.
negative, or like, yeah, you like, did you even see yourself? You,
Yeah.
I don't
yeah, it
know.
just
No,
starts.
You're a 3
Yeah.
or something like
it,
that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it makes sense
Yeah.
because a lot of guys, in general, I mean, guys are the stronger sex, and a guy that's not in control of his emotions,
Yeah.
who is upset and aggressive, can become very verbally hostile and can insult you and can,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Follow you home or something.
I mean,
Yeah,
if I were a
some-
woman, I don't think I would leave mid date for safety reasons, but I would want somebody to let me know that it's not going well.
Yeah.
But I get why you wouldn't want to
Right,
be
right, right.
upfront.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for safety, it's
Yeah.
better.
I think that's why for safety girls be
Yeah.
like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the restroom and just leave.
Mm.
Yeah. But then also it depends. Do you like to get picked up where you live? For the first
Oh,
date, do you
great
like to get picked
question.
Ooh.
up?
What a great question. So this is actually, see, in my culture, Eastern European culture, like girls like, yeah, you're supposed to pick me up, like you're supposed to show up with flowers and all that. You're supposed to
Mhm.
drop me off. I don't think it's a good idea. I would rather drive. Again, I have a boyfriend now, so I have not done that in 2 years. But I would rather drive myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather not disclose. It also depends where we met, right? If we
Yeah.
met through friends, that's a more safe situation.
Mhm.
But these days, especially in the big city, especially if you're transplant or like if you are immigrant, you meet all new people like on the apps all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never let a guy pick me up on the first date if he's a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Only public place. I drive myself. I would even like I remember when I was a serial dater at some point in LA. I would park. I would not even tell them where I park just so they don't know what car I'm driving or
Oh,
like my
okay.
license plate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's
scary.
Yeah. No, it
it's
is.
safe. I
Yeah.
never want to let women know where I live. It was like
Yeah, girls are crazy. Some girls are crazy.
you said it, not me.
No, people in general get obviously statistically it's probably more shown in men than women, blah blah blah, but it's not gender exclusive.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I mean, I've met some characters.
Of course,
If he
I
knows,
bet.
I met some characters. So uh, I like to stay safe, and also as a public figure. We
Right.
were talking about this yesterday, I think. Just every interaction with a woman while dating, like I'm always kind of, pretending as if the FBI is listening.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just allegations and just
Are you
stuff
giving
like
your
that.
consent?
Right. Like, do I have consent for this? Do I have consent to get some Chick-fil-A? The most basic of things. But let's move to the neurodivergent thought section and
That is
read out a couple of tweets before we go into some Q&A.
perfect. Sounds amazing.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna move into the neurodivergent thoughts
Huh.
section and then the Q&A. I hope that sounded good on the mic. ASMR.
Okay. So, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neurodivergent thoughts.
All right. Well, I don't know which neurodivergent needs to hear this, but throw away the box your phone came in. You don't need it.
I remember posting that one. I have a lot of phone boxes and iPad boxes and laptop boxes that I never use, but I tell myself that I'll need them eventually one day. How are y'all with that? Y'all?
Yo, me too. That's funny. I think I got like 3 past iPhone boxes. I was like, maybe I'll need it.
Right.
I just have them in the closet. I throw them in the closet. I'm like, maybe I'll need it or something. Or it has like the wired headphones,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just throw them. I'm like, maybe I'll need them sometime. I know where
Yeah.
they're at. I know it's in the box. So I'm like, it's easier for me to
Mm-hmm.
I lost my headphones or I need wired
Yeah.
headphones. Oh, they're in that box. Let me go find it.
Now that you mention that, it has come in clutch before.
Yeah.
It has come in clutch before, but generally speaking, I don't think we need, an iPhone 11 box, unless you have an iPhone 11 still.
I got the iPhone 5S box still.
iPhone 3GS box.
For me, it was cultural thing for quite some time. Like we would keep it. Like, what if you need to resell it or something? Like back
Oh, okay.
back in Moscow. So we
Mm.
would save all those things.
Did you ever sell an iPhone?
I don't. Well, actually, I think once, maybe. Yeah, in my early 20s, I think I did. Like
Okay.
one of the first ones, I resold it.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously, right now it's like
Yeah.
there's an urge to keep it, but like,
Yeah.
no, why?
And also it's like
Just
it's
throw it
a
out.
nice box. Like when you pull it out, it's just
Yeah.
so
Stylish.
it's so like sleek and like it just like I don't know. It's nice.
It just
It's a
feels
nice
so
box.
good. You feel like you'll
Like-
need it at some point. Like this.
It's a
Right.
really good design.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
And they don't even pay us to say that. Maybe one day. The The neurodivergent urge to stay up late just to think, recharge, and exist without being watched or interrupted. I can relate to that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I do my best work either late at night or early in the morning. And because it's hard to wake up in the morning, I tend to stay up late and get my work done.
Same.
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
Same.
Yeah. I'd work better, but like we try our best to. I remember we were doing morning workouts and just how much
It
a
feels so
workout in the
good.
morning energizes you over the
Feels so
opposite of,
good.
you know, going to an evening workout. I
Yeah.
think morning workouts for me, for us at least, it's unbeatable. We just
It's
get
struggle.
to start,
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
but you have to go to
It
sleep
is.
early,
It-
or
it-
else
yeah.
you're not gonna
Yeah.
function.
Yeah.
You're not
What
gonna
I'm
be
doing
able.
now is I'm sleeping at 7 p.m. and waking up at 3 and 4.
Wow.
And that way I can get some time where I don't have to reply to text messages and I can really think.
Mm.
And I like having slow mornings. That's my new thing right
My
now.
body won't fall asleep at that time, or it will wake up at 10. Like, all right, I'm fully awake now.
Yeah. And I gotta take my
10
sleeping
p.m.
meds.
All right. I have ADHD. My hobbies include starting hobbies. Oh gosh, I hate that one.
You can relate to that?
Yeah, I hate it.
What hobbies are you into right now?
Like I always have those ideas.
Yeah.
Have you guys done Clifton Strength? Do you know what Clifton?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's just
No.
like a test. It's gonna be related to what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So there's like a test where you do the test and then they give you what your strongest. I mean, I don't know how to say better in English. Like your strengths are.
Your traits,
So
yeah.
one of my exactly traits. So my strongest trait is ideation. Ideation and futurism. So anything about future, anything related to ideas. I
Sounds
can
very
come up.
ADHD.
I can come up with ideas all day long. Some guys, please use them. But like I won't.
Yeah.
The
That's the
execution is
problem.
hard.
Execution
That's
is
classic
on the
ADHD. That's
lowest.
classic ADHD.
Out of those
Yeah.
Clifton Strength, my execution was one of the lowest traits, and I hated it.
It's classic ADHD.
Yeah.
That's classic ADHD. Yeah, I have a lot of hobbies, and now I know that when I'm deep into something, I spend very little to no money on that thing because I'll go get all the supplies, and then I'm like, no, I want to do something else in my life.
Yeah.
What about you? You have a lot of hobbies that you start?
Yeah. I've right now the one that I've been wanting to start up again is juggling. I used to really, as a kid, I loved juggling. I started in middle school. I learned how to juggle, and I went up
Okay.
the ladder to where I was able to do pins.
Ooh.
And it was from like a 5th grade class. You know how they come in and do like orientation. It's to go to the middle school. Actually, it was in middle school I started. And I was in
Okay.
6th grade, and you know how sometimes they bring a class to tour the school, and it was a 5th grade class, and they invited me. Like my teacher told me to demonstrate how to do pins, and I did it. It was tough, but I was able to do it. And I failed a couple times, but I've been wanting to start up juggling just because I don't know. It's a really
It's
cool
something to
hobby.
do.
It's
It
something
is
to do, and it
cool. It's
keeps me
fun.
entertained. But I haven't yet, so
It's-
I'm gonna get to it.
The
I'm gonna
follow
get
through
to
is
it.
hard.
Yeah, the
Just
follow
get
through is
those,
tough.
get the pins, get the balls in your room, and just
Yeah.
like put them somewhere visible spot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
We used to do juggling for gymnastics for.
Oh,
the
yeah?
Oh,
kids.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Okay.
you know how to juggle?
A little bit. I'm not
Yeah.
amazing at it anymore, but one of the things was we had pins,
Yeah.
but they're two only two, you know. So you juggle them
Uh-huh.
two, and there are other
Like toss it to each
toss it,
to
yeah,
each side.
and then you catch it with I don't know, a foot or something.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's juggling's fun.
All
That's
right,
dope.
let's do a couple more. Right,
Mhm.
I can't pronounce that. The neurodivergent urge. Just okay. The
Just speak into the
neurodivergent.
mic a little bit.
Oh
more.
yeah. Sorry.
Ooh, okay.
That's how you know this is not my first or even second language because reading is harder. The neurodivergent urge to stay up late because it's the. I already read that one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're good. I think
Oh
you
no,
did.
it's actually no, it's not.
Well, that one sounds a lot like the one you just read.
Yeah, the neurodivergent urge to stay up late because it's the only time you're unperceived, unmasked,
That sounds like the previous one. We can skip and
and
go to the next
okay.
one. I don't know how to put
I'm
those
also
back to
getting
back.
texts and autism. I plan my day. ADHD. I live my day. AUDHD. I planned my day, ignored the plan, and now I'm planning tomorrow's regret.
I can relate to the
Yeah.
ADHD part because
Hmm.
I plan things, but
Procrastination.
I like to procrastinate. I like to plan because I have to, but I like to do what I want to do and do based off of how I feel.
Everyone
Just how
likes
you
that.
feel.
That's
Yeah.
that's called no responsibilities.
Right. I like to, and like obviously y'all know
Yeah.
me. I'm very um
On the fly.
yeah, on the fly last minute. I'm like, oh, I always feel like I have an idea that I can do. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. Do we have enough time for this? So like I'm a planner because I have to, but then
Right.
I'm like, we should do this and we should. But sometimes the ideas that I have at the last second are bangers. But I'm working on being a better planner. Can you relate to any of that?
Yeah, for sure. I think we all try to plan out our day, but we fall short or we
Creative
get
people.
distracted,
sure,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, creative people. It's harder for creative
Yeah,
people.
it's
Type A personalities, like my boyfriend is like that. I don't think he's actually type A. Maybe. Never mind. He's he has mastered delayed gratification. Like he's
Okay.
mastered that. I'm like, I don't know
That's
how
a
you
good
do
trait to
it.
have.
yeah.
Very good trait to have. Sometimes impairs relationships because he's not never in the moment. So that can also affect the
Oh,
relationship,
true.
like extreme workaholism.
Yeah.
But he has mastered delayed gratification. He will work, 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 work because he knows this coming for him.
Mm.
Yeah, I've
Very
I've
responsible.
really struggled with that because I like to work, and I love my work genuinely, and I know that the payoff at the end makes it all worth it, but it makes it hard to be in the present. I've had to work really hard to be in the present moment because beautiful things are happening in front of you, and you don't want to lose sight of that.
Right. Because the
It's tough.
pinpoint keeps moving, and then you look back and like,
Yeah,
did I really enjoy all
damn.
this time
Yeah,
on the way to my goal,
yeah.
which doesn't feel as euphoric as I thought it would?
I think about that often because I'm like, okay, I have my friends. I'm here. I'm doing my thing. I have my parents. I have my siblings, and I've had to work really hard to really just take in these precious moments. Sometimes I fly back home East Coast for just like a day or two, and I do my best to just stay present with my family because I know that I struggle with being present.
Yeah.
Mhm. Let's go to the Q&A
The Q&A.
section.
Let's do that.
Yeah, and this is the first episode. We really got into a nice conversation on autism. We really got going. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where
We
is
got
that?
going.
You sent me a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. That's another thing I like to do. I like to send a whole lot of things and expect people to know what's going on.
Okay, perfect. Oh, the comments. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mila went into the DMs and she fished out a couple of questions that y'all had. So this is the Ask Dr. Kojo segment. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, so we are going to keep you guys anonymous. We're not going to say your names out loud, but if you would like to not be anonymous and be, shout out, let us know in the comment section down below. Hello, doctor. I'm divorcing with my ADHD spouse. Is it selfish?
Oh, so is she saying that she's divorcing
She's
her ADHD
divorcing her
spouse, or is
ADHD
she asking if
spouse.
it's selfish?
She's asking if it's selfish to divorce her ADHD spouse.
Okay. All right. So the question is it selfish to divorce my spouse who has ADHD? That's a great
Mhm.
question. The overwhelming majority of people who are in relationships where their partner has ADHD express dissatisfaction related to their partner having ADHD. And it makes it very difficult to do day-to-day life with somebody because of their ADHD. And I know that I've stressed out a lot of women because of my ADHD, and I'm cognizant of it and I do my best. A lot of the issues that you would have in these relationships can be worked through.
Mm.
So before you divorce somebody who has ADHD, I think it's important to delineate and ask what are things that we can work on and what are things that probably can't be changed. Is this like a reflection of this person's character? If somebody's character is just not good, that could be grounds for termination of a relationship because people who are not high in character and integrity, like that's very difficult to deal with. But if somebody is high in integrity and character and they are aware of the things that they're doing to, make the relationship hard, then I think you can work through that, because there's a lot of shame that we have as people with ADHD, knowing that our tardiness, our lack of organization, our forgetting to take meds, and we know that these things make it hard for our partners. So I don't think it's selfish to divorce somebody who has ADHD, because if the relationship is not working, it's not working. But I would ask myself, how many of the things that I'm not pleased with can be changed or amended? Um, yeah, but ADHD definitely makes relationships harder. And I know this, far too often. I know from a personal standpoint. But yeah, if you can work through some of the issues, at least give it a shot. Because when you're married, it's different from like when you're dating. I never reach for the divorce button when you're in a relationship where you've put so much into it. But if it's not working out for you, obviously, you have the option to leave. What are your thoughts on that? It's a great question.
Well, I feel like that wouldn't be the only reason, right? Like if that was the only
Right.
reason
Yeah.
Mhm.
of person
That's what I was
having
thinking.
ADHD,
Yeah.
there's got to be something else.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else. Maybe you're not
Mm.
even honest with yourself or with your partner, but there's got to be something else that bothers you. And I don't think them having ADHD would be a full blown reason for you to divorce them. I think, yeah, there's gonna be something else, some miscommunication, or you just grew apart, or I don't know, chemistry's non-existent at this point, or something like that. There's got to be something else, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so too. I think what out of all of a sudden he got diagnosed ADHD and I'm gonna divorce him. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like all right, no, there has to be something else. Maybe that's like another
Right.
compounding
Right.
thing that
Mhm.
is just affecting the relationship where you're like, okay, this is the reason why he did this because he has ADHD. Maybe
Mm.
he cheated or maybe he
Oh,
did something else. Maybe
Yeah.
he's giving women more attention. Like
right.
something has to be wrong
Not a
where
good partner. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, to where you're like, oh, so he's doing all of this
It's a
because he
really
has
good point.
ADHD. All right, this is
Oh, and now she's feeling guilty because she's asking if that's selfish to do.
It's it could be selfish, but sometimes the selfish thing is not the wrong thing. Like if there's infidelity, and I mean, if you're
In
with
general,
somebody,
to stay in the marriage that you're not happy in,
mhm,
you shouldn't be
yeah,
staying in it. It's
I,
not selfish.
I disagree there. I think that sometimes if you're married and you're unhappy, and it's general unhappiness, but it's like temporary, and you're just going through the motions. I don't think you should leave because you're unhappy. But if the unhappiness stems from, oh, they cheated on me, they came back and gave me a disease. Oh, okay, all right, like that's different.
You're
But
manipulating me, gaslighting me, or something.
right,
Yeah.
right. But there are going to be moments in your relationship where you have to sit there and be bored,
Yeah.
and you have to sit there and be unhappy. I think what's her name? Michelle Obama said she didn't like Barack for 10 years. That was the president.
Yeah.
He was the whole president of the US. What do you mean to tell me that you didn't like your husband for 10 years? I mean, that's a wild statement. I know she's being honest, and it helps to hear
Right.
that, but the
But we don't
first
know how
lady,
is he. We don't know how is he as a husband. We know
true,
how
true,
he's as a
true.
president. Could be two different
You make a good point.
roles, right? It's
But
two different roles.
yeah, because as men, sometimes we excel at work.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I'm excellent at the psych hospital. I'd like to think that I'm pretty good at the comedy clubs too. But in relationships, yeah, I don't think I'm nowhere as stellar as I am in relationships as I am at the psych hospital. I can do my
Right,
job with
right,
my eyes closed, but being present for a woman and being a good boyfriend, I've had to work on.
right.
Makes
Also,
a
it's
good
very
point.
hard to judge the story when we were never like in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like hearing two sides of the story. All right,
Ooh,
another one.
great question. Great
Um,
question.
hey, love all of your videos. I think I am AU ADHD. I have 3-year-old twin boys, and I love to get in the floor and rough house and be loud and crazy, and then all of a sudden I can't breathe, and I need them to not touch me or talk to me, or sometimes even look at me. It's so hard because I don't even understand the sudden shift, and there's no way to explain it to them. I just tell them that I don't feel good and turn on the TV, and then I hide in the kitchen for a while and try to breathe. Any advice? My therapist switched jobs month ago, and I'm still trying to get over my anxiety to start seeing a new therapist and start everything all over and build that new relationship. When I usually put this type of prompt into ChatGPT, it starts by saying, "Mila, I'm gonna slow you down."
She's saying a lot
I feel
there.
for her.
Yeah.
So what I'm gathering here is that she has two twin boys who have autism and ADHD.
She has ADHD. She has
Okay.
3-year-old twin boys, and she loves them, and she loves playing around with them and like fooling around and getting rough and stuff. But then in the just like switch happens, and she's like, "Oh, just get off me! Do not talk to me! Do not look at me! I
Mhm.
need to be by myself." And she starts
Oh,
hiding, and she's withdrawn, and she hides in the
okay.
kitchen. But also, her therapist switched jobs now,
Mhm.
and she's really afraid to go and look for a new person
Gotcha.
to build that new relationship with the new person.
Okay. So to synthesize everything, she's a mom who has 3-year-old twin boys who have autism and ADHD.
She has, yeah.
She has
Mhm.
ADHD as well.
No,
And
no, they don't have. She has.
oh, she has ADHD.
She has. The kids don't.
Okay, so this is a parenting with ADHD question.
Correct.
I'm a mom and I have ADHD. I have
Healthy, normal twin
3-year-old
boys.
twin boys who like to roughhouse play, and she plays with them, but then she becomes overstimulated
Overstimulated.
and she wants the boys to get off of her as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay,
And she
so,
doesn't know how to explain them, and like she feels bad, obviously, clearly based on
right.
that.
So the first thing to do in that situation is to remove the shame that you associate with the overstimulation, because sometimes we start doing something that we think we want to do and we become overstimulated and we stop halfway through.
Yeah.
We're playing a video game, it's no longer fun, it's too loud. We go to the store, we forgot our headphones, it's too loud, we have to get out. We are talking with our friends and you have friends over and it gets too loud and you want them to disappear. So these things happen, so I'll remove the shame that's associated with being overstimulated and your kids being potentially too much. And even at that young of age, it's helpful to let your boys know why mommy pulled back. Mommy got a little too razzled. I'm not sure if a 3-year-old can understand that. Mommy got sad because it was too loud. So mommy needed to take a step back so she could breathe and feel better. And that's setting an example for the boys to, so
It's like,
that
I'm
way,
not abandoning you. I love
right,
you. I need a little bit of time to be by myself.
right,
But you guys are safe. I love you. I will be
right.
back.
And they can emulate that
Yeah.
behavior. So
Yeah.
if they're ever overstimulated, then they can say, I'm feeling like
Like it's too
there are
much, a
too
little
many
bit.
big
Yeah.
emotions right now. I need to take some time for myself and I need to step back. And I do believe that young boys should play.
Mm-hmm.
Young boys should play because growing up, we used to play as boys. Like we used
Yeah.
to roughhouse play and, sometimes even fight. And I'm not saying like bloody your nose, but this whole thing where boys, and this I could get off topic with this, but this whole thing where boys are being forced into a mold of what a woman thinks a boy should be. Respectfully, you have to let boys play. Like you have to let them get that energy out because they have all this excess energy. And if you feel like they should sit there and be quiet, then you're preventing them from doing what they do. So let the boys play. And I can definitely see how it's difficult for a mom who might be working and taking care of other responsibilities to deal with
Mm-hmm.
boys who have excess energy. Like a 3-year-old's energy, like they never stop.
You know, so.
They don't stop. So let them play. Luckily, they're twins. They can play with each other.
Yeah.
Like, what are your
I
thoughts on
think
it?
there's a bit of a shame there. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
there's a little
What
bit
are your
of
thoughts?
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of shame that she's abandoning them when she's
Mhm.
withdrawing. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you think she should do to not feel bad and like honor her own, feelings? Because that's also important to not self-abandon,
Mhm.
but also to let kids know like that mommy is there and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think saying just like mommy, I need like she should say mommy needs a break. Okay, you guys two can play. Mommy needs a break. Just keep it simple for them. And I don't think it should be shameful to have those
Hmm.
type of feelings and what she's dealing with. But I think just saying to her kids that she needs to take a break and they can continue playing.
Okay.
I think, yeah, because I remember as a kid, we were doing everything, watching like
Yeah.
wrestling or like RKO out of nowhere, like, you know, doing all of that. Just, and yeah, blood would come out sometimes, you know, but it's normal. It's normal
Mhm.
to play and have, and
Especially as a boy too.
exactly. Yeah.
What wrestler were you growing up?
Oh, I love Batista. I love doing. I was like, playing on the jumper like with all my cousins.
Uh-huh.
I would always love doing like the Batista bomb
Batista bomb.
or
what is that?
yeah,
It's like this is a wrestling move where like he gets you and his legs and
yeah,
he's like boom,
and
Batista
like
bomb.
playing video games. I love doing that move.
Yeah,
Batista bomb.
Batista
Just like
bomb.
it was my favorite. And then Rey Mysterio was one of my
Rey
favorites.
Mysterio,
John
yeah.
Cena.
John Cena, yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
he
see
just
me.
yeah.
I used to love
But
Shawn Michaels,
Shawn Michaels,
the Heartbreak Kid.
yeah, that kick.
Six Saber.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels is good.
What's his kick called?
I forgot his. I don't know, but it was a cool little
Yeah,
like.
yeah, he had a nice kick.
Yeah, he had a cool kick, but
Ah,
yeah. Edge also had
Edge.
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 And Edge was the one with the spear. He'd do the spear, right?
Oh yeah,
That was another like
that
my
was a great
favorite.
finisher.
That was my
Yep.
favorite move, doing Batista bomb, spear, and then the 619 on Rey Mysterio.
Rey
he'd
Mysterio. Yep.
Yeah, that was like my favorite.
What about Jeff Hardy and the Swanton Bomb?
Oh, bro, yeah.
Ooh, that's a Swanton Bomb was such a nice finisher.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of one more wrestler. Randy Orton had the RKO.
Randy Orton, yeah, RKO. RKO was
Ooh.
so much fun doing on my cousins. Boom!
No, the RKO may have been the best finisher to do as a kid.
To do as a kid, yeah.
It's like, and you know, like when you're playing wrestling with your friends, like they have to let you do a finisher,
right? Yeah,
because like if I'm trying to kick you, and you're like, no, let me. I'm not gonna kick you hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick you, and I'm gonna
yeah.
RKO.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Or like you RKO someone in the pool, or like you just RKO them. I don't know. Like,
jump in, man.
Yeah,
you
jump into the pool. You have them like stick their head out. Just stay right there, and just boom.
I mean, you have so much fun. Like boys have got to play, and I'm not sure if she's a single mom or not, but boys have got to play. Letting boys roam around and play, I think, is healthy for them, and it lets them get that excess energy out. And
Right.
as a mom who's dealing with a lot, I just don't see how you could keep up with two twin boys, 3 years old. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. But fortunately, they have each other.
Yes, and also they're gonna grow, and once they a bit older, you can always designate them things. All right, now go build a fort.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's taking her time at the
Right.
kitchen, breathing, and I don't know, organizing
Mhm.
things. All right, so this one is very sweet.
Okay.
I hope you know your content has changed my life. It has granted me the ability to be empathetic towards myself. Your content has helped me explain my internal experience to those who otherwise would not understand. So thank you, Dr. Kojo, for the hours of studying and preparing. Thank you for the time, the effort, the voice. Thank you for your presence and having the courage to let your light shine. You have helped illuminate mine.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Very sweet.
I to that I want to say my content. It took me a couple of years to realize what my content was doing for people, but when I started to understand, I'd probably say maybe in the last 2 years, I really understood what my content has done for people. I'm so fortunate that I get to make content that connects with people on such a deep level. This is my life's greatest joy to do this, and I say it all the times. I think I told you today, Mila.
Mm-hmm.
My dreams have saved me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not any better than anybody else. I have urges. I have bad traits. I have bad habits. I sometimes want to follow my mood instead of the plan. And my dreams have saved me. Being a content creator and obviously a mental health professional and a comedian and making videos for people and connecting with them on such deep a level. it means everything to me. And me making the content on this side of things, it prevents me from going into my worst habits. Like
Mm-hmm.
I self-sabotage without the content.
Right.
Like I told you today, I'd be high at the house, have women in and out, and just focus on feeling good. I want to do this for myself. So being able to share my experiences and my struggles, it means everything to me. And I have, like I struggle as well. I have sometimes there's this deep sadness within me that comes just randomly. I'll
Yeah.
feel sad sometimes. I'll feel lonely, and I'll feel frustrated, and I'll have to remind myself that I'm human, and that when I talk about what I'm going through, or if I'm in a depressive funk, if I can't go live because I'm just depressed, or I cancel things. Sometimes I'll get to guitar practice super late, and the guitar teacher would just let us sit there, and it's because I'm depressed, and like we won't go too much into it. We'll just play some Jimi Hendrix or whatever. But um, showing the human side of things and connecting with people on that deep of a level, it means so much more to me than people know. So I love these comments, and um, not a question, but it means a lot to me. Any thoughts on that? This
That's
will be our
very
last
Yeah.
question for this
sweet.
No, it's
episode.
yeah, no, it's
Very sweet.
yeah.
And yeah, I think as you said, your dreams saved you. I think dreams do save you for sure. My dreams brought me to America. Sometimes these days, what saves me, when you were talking about it, I was like, what saves me these days? Is it my dreams or is it the necessity to survive?
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Hmm.
like sometimes it's
Wow,
like
that's a good one
if you
right there.
just stand up, get your ass off the couch and do things, you're just not gonna survive.
Right.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pay your bills. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
survival, yay. That's my best motivation.
But so
I'm
when
exaggerating, obviously,
no,
but
no, no, I know because there's that dichotomy of like, okay, I gotta survive, like I got dreams. But when you get to that point where, okay, like we're like fully out of survival mode, mentally, physically, emotionally, and we feel safe and we're regulated, which is hard to do, but it's possible.
possible.
When you get there, what will push you then?
When you get to a comfort zone,
Yeah,
comfort.
yeah, when you get comfortable, like you're sitting there, like you're married, like all your boyfriend's dreams have come true, all your dreams have come true. You're just sitting there laughing,
You
ah.
can bills is not an issue anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Yay,
yeah.
all that stuff.
What drives you then?
That's a great question. I feel like I always tell myself, and that could be a illusion, that once I'm comfortable, I can actually focus on the things that really, really matter to me
Mm,
and really like on my dreams. Because right now, I sometimes do things that are not fully aligned with me or like pick up
mm.
on the gigs that I was like, just I hope nobody ever sees that. Like, yeah. And then people send it into my DMs like, is that you? I'm like, Jesus.
Mm.
Like, no, it's AI. um, yeah, I mean, you have to as a as
Mm.
a as, a, as an actor, as a whatever model, as an immigrant, you have to
Mhm.
do
Yeah, as
what
an
it
immigrant.
takes sometimes. Still not crossing the line, but you know what I mean. But I don't know. Great question. I feel like if I'm comfortable, I will actually be more productive
Okay.
than I
Mm.
am in terms of my dreams.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm super productive. Like I can
Yeah.
work for, I don't know, 16 hours a day, no problem. But it's not really towards my dream. It's
Mhm.
towards because I have to.
Yeah. And I asked because negative emotions are our biggest catalyst for change. Like feeling pain or feeling something that's
Oh yeah.
driving you, like it'll drive. I'll get up and I'll work hard off of
Right.
something that happened to me. So sometimes I worry that if like all the pain goes away, then like what happens to the drive?
Right. Because best music has always been written around tough
Right.
times. Best poems,
Hmm.
books, movies. There's always a challenge. There's always a
Yeah.
conflict. There's always an overcome of something.
Hmm.
So if it's all nice and um, happiness and no obstacles, yeah. Without we say in Russian we have without shadow you can see where the light is.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, like
Excuse
that.
me.
No.
The deep thoughts here.
Wait, your dreams.
I think I got this from Gary Vee. He
I love Gary
he
Vee.
says, think about when your parents, like, he thinks about his parents dying, like what something about his parents. He thinks about constantly his parents dying and like what would he want to do. And I think that's like another motivator for me to think about, like, yeah, one day my mom and dad
It's
aren't going to
gonna
be here.
go. Yeah.
What do I want to build? What do I want? And then also I think about a lot when I'm 80 years old. What would I have wanted to do now? I constantly think about my future self of like, am I gonna regret not doing this? Am I gonna regret? I don't want to have regrets.
Yeah.
And but it's also tough because you're surrounded by so many distractions and so many bad habits. So
You feel good in the moment, right?
it's tough. Yeah, yeah. It feels, it's tough. It's tough to get around and focusing on what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's where like purpose comes from.
Yeah.
You have to have a
I like
purpose
the
and
word
why
balance.
you do things.
Balance.
Balance.
And
balance.
balancing, right? Yeah, because you want to have fun with your friends. You want to play video games. You want to have, it's something that I look at. Like, I remember I got deep into the self-development, like, no video games, no nothing, no this, no that, no that. But I'm like, dude, I really enjoy having friends to play with. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy play. I enjoy having
Same
that.
here.
Like, I can't just, I get it. I get like you want to be dialed in, locked in, or grind. But I'm like, no,
Facts.
like
It's not a solution.
I'm not gonna be 80 years old. I'm like, damn, I wished I pushed harder. I wished
Yeah.
I know I want to push hard and do all those things, but I also want to enjoy my friends and my relationships. I want to have fun. Like, I want to have fun. But I get it. Also, we're surviving. We live in such a like
Fast paced.
Hustle and bustle.
hustle, and I want my family to enjoy these luxurious things. I want my friends to enjoy, like, I want to take them out, let's fly somewhere, like, let's go out, like, I want to have that. But I know
Right.
that's where you need to I don't know,
like
Compartmentalize, I guess, and just
yeah,
like have this
yeah,
dial it
balance.
back.
But it's
dial
so
it.
hard, isn't it? And also
It's tough.
social media also presses you like, hey, you don't have a yacht? What's wrong with you? You
Right.
don't have
Yeah.
a Ferrari?
It's always greener on the other side.
Yeah,
It's always,
right?
yeah, but I think that's where you have to compare yourself to who you were and how much you've achieved.
Mhm.
Right? I think the comparison game isn't, you're never gonna win.
Yeah.
There's always someone prettier, richer. There's always
Younger,
someone
yeah,
Most
more
definitely.
Yeah.
talented and all
I
that
think
stuff.
you just have to compare yourself to your older self.
Younger
Yeah,
self.
to your younger self.
Yeah.
And
You said about
see-
regrets, actually, which is made me think of regrets. I read somewhere, I don't know if I think it's factual. I mean, it sounded very factual. That people regret on the deathbed. Most people regret about two things: not loving. I hate it like 10 times.
Yeah, same
Not
here.
loving enough and not traveling enough.
Yeah.
So we gotta love and travel more.
Not travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to do
think so,
without
too.
money. But
Exactly. How to do? Yeah.
Hey,
Like, I
yo.
want to take my friends. Like, yeah, let's go to Dubai. I'll pay for everything. Let's go. Let's do it. You have time? No, I got work. I got it. Like,
Yeah.
it just, obviously, it'd be so cool to have that. But
Yeah, it's hard, but I like having those big unrealistic goals. Like, I always want to do those things. Like, let's record a podcast in Dubai. Let's or maybe have a group travel where like we go and have fun. Like, that scares me because I always feel like I have to make it productive.
yeah.
So maybe a trip where like we're just having fun, like that would be a mental goal for me, and a financial goal. Okay, we're just gonna have fun. Wouldn't that be so good to go to Norway?
Like we did for our birthdays. That was just a fun night.
Right.
That
Karaoke,
was great.
yeah.
Karaoke was fun.
Yeah.
And all we did was just have fun for that night.
Yeah.
And it was great to,
We're gonna enjoy life more. Yeah. Well, this is a great episode. The first episode of the reboot of the Neurodivergent Struggles podcast. I went longer than I thought, but we're having such a great conversation. And for the next episode, you'll see some of the things that we do a little bit differently. But this was so fun, and I'm vibing. I'm having such a good time with my friends. And if you've enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. Obviously, we'll clip it up and we'll put it all over social media so that way people can get the episodes. But I'm having a great time. This is what I enjoy doing. It doesn't feel like work. So until the very next time, we're checking out from Hollywood. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Like, subscribe.
Share a comment.